Okay, today's lesson is about Between Shades of Grey. You all received a worksheet, and Evert, I would like to ask you to read the plot for me, please.
The plot. Plot. Lena is just like any other 15-year-old Lithuanian girl in 1941. She paints, she draws, she gets crushes on boys. Until one night when Soviet officers barge into her home, tearing her family from the comfortable life they've known. Separated from her father, forced onto a crowded and dirty train car, Lena, her mother, and her young brother slowly make their way north, crossing the Arctic Circle to a work camp in the coldest reaches of Siberia. Here they are forced, under Stalin's orders, to dig for beets and fight for their lives under the cruelest of conditions. Lena finds comfort in her art, carefully and at great risk, documenting events by drawing, hoping these messages will make their way to her father's prison camp to let them know they are still alive. It is a long and traumatic journey, spanning years and covering 65,000 miles, but it is through incredible strength, love and hope that Lena ultimately survives.
Yes, so the book is about the Second World War and Lena and her family who are forced out of their homes. Today we're going to read a small part of this book, and Gerard, would you please read this for me?
Alright. Chapter 23. I watched the men walking amongst the groups, surveying the merchandise. They made people stand, turn around and show them their hands. Mother, why are they selling us? Asked Jonas. Where are we going? Elena, said Mrs. Arvidas, you must tell them that Andreas is a simpleton. Please, if not, they'll take him from me. Andreas, put your head down. They're selling us in groups, reported Mother. I looked around our cluster. We were mostly women and children, with only 2 old men, but we had Andreas. Despite his injuries, he looked strong and able. Do you want to be bought? Asked Jonas. No one answered. The guard approached with a man. They stopped in front of our group.
Now we're going to do the first exercise. We've read the extract, and now you're going to write down your first thoughts. What do you think about this book? Good. Marlijn, what are your first thoughts?
My first thoughts were that it's a bit gloomy, dark and sad, and that it might be quite difficult to get into.
Okay. So now you mentioned some emotions. The second exercise is to write down 5 emotions in English, of course, you think Lena or one of the other characters must have felt. So, 5 emotions.
Such as sad,
fear, sad, scared, pride. So 5 emotions.
Is the pride one of the sins instead of emotion?
isn't that the same thing?
But the emotions are the same thing.
That's the same.
Sin is not.
When the pride is an emotion. It's a feeling.
Okay. The third exercise.
That's not emotion.
The third exercise, you have received the extract, underline 10 words you don't know yet, and look up their meaning. So not the translation, but their meaning. Good. Exercise number 4. We're going to put some poetry in the mix. Pick 3 of the emotions you chose when carrying out assignment 2 and write 3 haikus which embrace these emotions. Write a haiku using at least 4 new learned words. Write 3 and choose your favorites. Okay, so how do we write a haiku? A haiku consists out of 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables, the second line has 7 syllables, and the third line has 5 syllables again. So haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. 7 and then refrigerator. 5 again. Evert.
What's the syllable?
A syllable, that's when you clap, like the word refrigerator. Refrigerator. So 5 syllables.
Okay.
Lettergrade.
Lettergrade.
That's
the word. Okay.
So let's all write a haiku. I've seen some wonderful haikus. Marlijn, would you like to share your haiku with us?
If I have to. Such a sad story. They feel very hopeless, but they have each other.
Okay, so you use the emotions sad and hopeless.